Before Islam, what was the situation in Mecca? What kind of beliefs and practices did the people there have? Were they worshipping idols? Was there only one God? Let's find out. The first thing you need to know is that the people of Mecca were not monotheists. They were polytheists. That means they believed in more than one God. In fact, they believed in many gods. Some of these gods were good and some were evil. They also believed in supernatural beings like jinn or genies, and they would often take these beings as their protector. And they would also make these jinn into idols and then worship them. So yes, the people of Mecca did worship idols. Now, where did these beliefs come from? They came from the various Arab tribes that lived around Mecca. The most powerful of these tribes were the Quraysh tribe, and they had control over the Kaaba. For those who don't know, the Kaaba is a building in Mecca that was considered the holiest site in the whole city. It was a cube-shaped building that the people would go around in a state of a while making dua or supplications to their gods. Inside the Kaaba, there were 360 idols made out of stone, wood, and clay. Each idol represented a different god, and each god had a different power. For example, there was an idol named Hubal. He was the chief god inside the Kaaba, but he was actually a moon god. There was another idol named Lat. She was considered a goddess of fortune and good luck. And then there was an idol named Manat. She was a fertility goddess. And many of the Arab women would come to her and make a wish. And there was one more thing that they would do inside the cabin. They would sacrifice animals to these idols. They believed that this would please the gods and they would grant them their wishes. Now, what about the Jews and Christians? Did they also worship idols? Well, the answer is no. In fact, the people of Mecca had Jewish and Christian Arab tribes living among them. They didn't have idols, but they did have churches and synagogues. However, just like the other Arabs, they believed in genies, or jinn. They believed that these jinn could be good or evil, and sometimes they would even make the jinn into idols. So to sum it up, before Islam, the people of Mecca were polytheists. They believed in many gods, and they worshipped these gods through various idols. They also believed in jinn, or genies, and they would often make jinn into idols and then worship them. Oh, and they would also sacrifice animals to these idols.